Hey there. Welcome to another episode of Heart and Hustle, Visionary Healers, Movers, and Shakers. I am your host, Paulette Rees-Denis, here to bring you magic makers from around the globe, people who are creating change, who have small businesses, large businesses, hobbies, but they are creating the life of their dreams. And that, my friends, is what living is all about. So let us know how you like this episode. Please subscribe, and we'll see you there. Thanks for joining. Hello, my friends. Welcome to another episode of Heart and Hustle, Visionary Healers, Movers, and Shakers. I am your host, Paulette Rees-Denis. I'm your transformational lifestyle coach for creative women on the verge of becoming something new, something different. I'm also a 4-time book author, global dance innovator, and I love bringing you, as always, these beautiful creative women and sometimes men who are creating magic, who are making change in the world and living the life of their dreams while they are helping you live the life of your dreams. So today I get to bring you Kathy Batista, who's here with us today. Kathy, I'm so happy to meet you here.
Yes, thank you, Paulette. So happy to be here.
So I just love your energy. I love your smile. I love the work you're doing. We do some similar work, but Kathy, why don't you, I love that you're a mood coach. So tell us what
Yes.
that means and tell us a bit more about yourself. First of all, I don't even know where you live.
That's all right. I live in Rhode Island, so I'm like way up here in the Northeast.
We're
Yeah.
like total opposite of each other. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. But that's good because then now we know that the whole continent is full of, mindfulness and mood and everything
We got it
wonderful.
covered. We're
Yes.
covered.
We're the bookends, right? Yeah.
Sweet, sweet, sweet.
Yeah. So I do midlife coaching for women, and I created this 3-pillar approach, which is mood, mindfulness, and mindset. And so mood coaching is really the label I've given to nervous system regulation and getting present in our body. And
Yeah.
yeah, so it's not, it is being the whole gamut of the moods, happy, sad, everything in between, right? But it's having that regulation, which doesn't mean not having a mood. It just means to be able to regulate our moods.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. So it's so funny because my coaching practice is movement, momentum, and magic.
Yes. And I noticed that and I was like, oh, we just love the M's, right?
Oh, yeah. And mood, mindfulness, and mindset. Bam, we got it covered. We
Exactly.
got
Yeah.
it covered. So how long have you been doing this?
Yeah, so I've been coaching with paying clients, right, for just about 3 years now. And I have just fallen in love with it and really have appreciated and am so thankful that I have fallen into this work that inspires me every day. But then also the ripple effect of the women that I work with is endless, right? I mean, we know as women, we tend to be the center of most little units, whatever it is, whether it's at work or your home. And when we can create happiness and joy and purpose, success and, and fulfillment, it just ripples. We have that femininity effect on people to have it
It's
ripple.
so good. Yes,
Mm.
absolutely. And when you shine your light, and everybody
Oh,
feels
yeah.
it, and everybody gets some
Yes.
juice, right?
Exactly. But I also find that when we step into our own and we shine our light, it actually gives other people permission to go, I can do that too. And that's
Yes.
exactly how I fell into coaching, was
Ah,
being coached. Yeah.
okay.
Being
Yeah, yeah.
coached and saying, oh my goodness, I could totally do this and be good at it and have fun.
What were you doing before?
Yeah, so we're a blended family. We have 4 boys, and I mostly did stay at home momming for a few years. And then when they started to get a little bit older, I did substitute teaching. And then that got to be enough of kids all day at school and then 4 at home.
That's a
Yeah.
lot of boy energy too. Whoa, okay.
Yes. And I know the universe has its plan. I know my soul has this purpose because right when I decided to stop teaching and I was at home, it was this perfect storm of entering midlife, having perimenopause, and now having no quote unquote work. And I just fell into this state of an unrecognizable Kathy Batista.
Mm.
And I struggled there for a little bit. And then coaching and, seeking all sorts of help is what got me out. And then being able to turn around now and being like, listen, we all, by the grace of God, by the grace of the universe, the divine, can enter into midlife and it can be kind of tumultuous, depending on where you're at, but it doesn't have to be. We can tweak things, we can work together, and it's about that not being alone through it.
Yes. Yeah. Not being alone. That's a biggie.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, yes. Yes. What do they say? Me, myself, and I. It's like like a argument waiting to happen.
But I find that so many women, they're so afraid to take the time for themselves or to invest in themselves, to ask for help and to ask for like professional help as opposed to asking their best friend, and
Yes.
um I mean I've had one coach, three coaches. Oh, there's my puppy dog. Here she is.
Oh,
You see, that's
yes.
Rosie dog. It's Rosie.
So sweet. She can tell you're talking about her little
Yeah.
ears.
Yeah, she loves to work with me. She thinks she's running the show here. But
She's like, midlife, I got something to say about that.
she's not there yet. But anyway, I just, and it breaks my heart when I talk to women and they're like, yeah, I can do that by myself. I'm like, okay, I did it by myself. And it took eternity to figure it out. I wrote my own book because I was a stubborn, bitch. I was like, I'm going to do it all. No one's done this before. I'm going to write it. I'm going to do it. And it took a long time to reap the rewards. I did it and I loved it. But if I would have had the help back 20 years ago that I've had over the last, 10 years even, things would have been a lot different.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I say that all the time. And you know what, Paulette? I didn't do it by myself. I couldn't. And that was humbling to say because I tried. I mean, believe you me, I tried. And we think, okay, let me just get this book, this self-help. Let me listen to this podcast, right? And then, like you said, you talk to your friends about it. And sure, that's great because you are really venting and it's commiserating, but you're not really getting anywhere, right?
No, and then it
You
turns into this
all,
codependency thing, right?
right? Yes. And then you've complained and complained and complained. And then when you're ready to shine, sometimes this resentfulness, friends are amazing and I love every single one of them. But when you are deep and wondering, the question that I find most of the women that come to me are asking is like, is this it? Is this really it? Is this all there is?
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
We've gotten to this point and believe it or not, it's like 35, 40, early 40s, and they don't think they should be in midlife. But it really is midlife. I mean, I'm sorry. This is what it is, right? But and so then they don't put the two feelings together. They don't say, I'm feeling unsettled because I'm in the middle of a life transition and there is guidance and there is help and there are ways to determine your answer of what is next, and it can be anything and many things, right?
Oh, I mean that, it's open to all your possibilities if you allow yourself to have that time and space to connect and to dream and to desire and to take action.
Everything, right? And like everything you just said, that's really hard to do on your own.
Yeah.
It's hard because a lot of goals and a lot of dreams aren't met. One of the main reasons is lack of accountability and
Hmm.
lack of evaluation. And we can't do that alone.
Yeah. So good. So good. So true.
Mm,
And
yeah.
I mean, I have loved, oh, like I said, I had one coach at a time. I've had three coaches at a time. I'm
Yeah.
just like, come on, I need some help. I need some support. I need input. I need some tools. And even
Yes.
as a coach, I continue, I run masterminds and I belong to masterminds. It's a continuing,
Mm,
I love it. I mean, I freaking love
yes.
it. It's self-education. It's just like continue to grow and expand and explore and be curious about the world and
Yeah.
about your
I
own.
always, I always say the coaches that are the best coaches have coaches,
Yeah.
right? I mean, like really, because it's the game. It's learning how to communicate. And if you're not self-reflective, and like we already talked about, it's really hard to do that in a tunnel by yourself.
Yeah.
You're not going to spread your wings and grow and be all that you can be. And I mean, like we talked about, it's limitless. It really is.
Yeah. And that's so good.
Yeah.
And so many people are so afraid of change. But
Yes.
but what I want to ask you now, I want to talk about this. Excuse me, I'm going to cough. A little bit of a cold here, people.
Yeah.
Sexy voice. Okay. The four energetic bodies that you talk about.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that real briefly?
Of course we can. Yeah. So the four energetic bodies comes from the chakra, energy healing, Reiki arena. And what the premise is that we have these four energetic bodies, and starting with our physical body, and everything is energy. Everything is energy. So we start with our physical body, and then the energetic fields move outward. And so then we go to our mental body,
Mm-hmm.
and then our emotional body, and then our spiritual body.
Yes.
Yeah. And so sometimes I feel like in life, everybody sort of creates. And so then I feel like the whole mind, body, soul came from this, right? I mean, we might as well just mind is our emotions and our mental thought. But really, when we want to break it down, they're completely two different things. I mean,
Mm.
have you ever heard of someone saying, like, I just reacted so irrationally? It's because your mental mind and your emotional mind weren't in coherence.
Oh, I
So it's,
love that.
you know, and so it's good, and it serves us to separate the two. And so using these four energetic bodies is how I decided to do. And really, I don't think I decided. It really happened from coaching many women, right? So you see this pattern of our mood, our mindfulness, and our mindset. And so our mood really can regulate our emotional body. And
Mhm.
that's where we go into emotional regulation, nervous system regulation. And then mindfulness, I believe, is really when we connect with that spiritual body, when we get quiet enough to listen. And the first thing is we have to hear. And if we're not reaching and trying to hear something, we're never going to be able to actually listen to it. And then mindset really incorporates then the mental body, and our physical body, I believe, taps into all three. So
Mm.
it just is all three of the mind and mindfulness, mindset, and mood. And so really to have that harmony, and it's never really a balance, because I don't think that that's quite natural to be completely balanced. It's
Mm.
this harmony. Life is this harmony. And when we can find our own personal rhythm of our harmony, I mean, it really lends itself to fulfillment and finding purposes with an S, lots of things, lots of joys.
Yes, especially for us creative, multi-passionate type of women, right?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah. It just made me think of, I just got this visual of these rolling hills of balance, and then you've got the roller coaster. Right. Those old rickety wooden roller coasters.
Yes.
Love
Oh gosh.
But I
Yeah.
mean, it's true. It's like when someone says, "Oh, you got to get everything in balance," it's like, well, it's how can it ever be in balance? And how
Yeah.
could you
Yeah.
even experience things if you were like in total mm,
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
this is like fun. This is like, oh no, yes, yes, no, whatever.
Exactly, exactly. And that's why, so when I first started coaching and I have a few different certifications, a lot of teachers use the wheel model, the
Mhm.
wheel of like filling everything out and you can't,
Relationships, business,
yes,
that, yeah, that kind of wheel, the
every
wheel of
area
life.
of your life around the wheel, all the spokes. And if they're not even, then you can't have a balanced life. And it just didn't sit with me. This is not making sense because my wheel will never, ever, ever be fully functional. I'll be like the Stone Ages if I try to do this wheel, right? So, but for my clients, I created jars and it stands for joy, activity, relationships, and service. And
I've got
so I
to write
have
this
them.
down. Hold on now.
Yes,
Jars,
yes, jars.
joy, activities,
Mm-hmm.
relationships,
Relationships
and
and service.
service. Oh, you guys out there, are you hearing this? This is so good.
And
Relationship,
so,
service.
yeah, and I just feel like then we fill up our jars and we sort of can take a stock and notice, you know what? I may not have a lot in my relationship jar, but what I have is working and it means a lot to me. Or
Hmm.
then my ladies will say, you know what, my service, and I service to me, and I explain this is any sort of energy exchange, whether that's work and you're getting a money, whether it's you're volunteering, whether it's, you're on the PTO or you're an usher at your church, whatever the energy exchange, that's our service. And so because I do work with a lot of moms that may have been stay-at-home moms. And so when that employment wedge of the wheel is never, there's no dot in it to make it even, we can look at everything that you do in your life that is of service because that's the energy exchange. And often people are longing for more exchange, more energy exchange, whether that is in the form of money or joy or satisfaction.
Mm.
um yeah.
Ah, that is really good. That's really
Yeah.
juicy stuff. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kathy,
Yes.
before we sign off, I want to ask you, what do you do for Kathy?
What do I do for Kathy? So I actually have been thinking a lot about this because some days I'm so much better at it than others, but I always try to take pauses during the day and just check in because then that's where I can say, right now, am I needing something more than what I'm giving myself?
Mhm.
Or right now, I'm really craving something to eat. And you know what I mean? Sometimes I just get so busy, it's like, what? Go to the bathroom? I don't even know what you mean. So
Oh
it's
God.
yeah,
Oh,
never
no,
mind
that
like taking care of myself, right? So it's creating that space to pause and really like ask myself because I feel like sometimes we negate this relationship we have with ourselves and we have to be able to listen.
yeah. Oh, I think that's such a good key right there, is asking yourself what you need and
Mm,
listening.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
we just sometimes just go full force forward and don't stop and go, hey, what do you need? Well, I need a pizza. No.
Yeah, exactly, right? No, well, I mean, it even goes down to like, you know what? Do I really feel like doing, dinner with the girls this weekend? Is that going to serve me and my soul, right? Or or on your daily movement, your
Yeah.
daily exercise, ask yourself, what do I want to do, right? Like, don't just say every day I'm going to do this, and you're telling yourself. No one likes to be told what to do. So you're telling yourself what to do. But if you say, okay, listen, we can go to a yoga class, we can go for a walk, we can go to the gym and lift some weights. What do you feel like doing today? So much more productive.
Yeah, beautiful. That's so good. All right, that's a great note to end on. How are you guys feeling out there in Heart and Hustle land?
Oh,
Really, the juicy, juicy, juicy. Kathy, do you have any questions for me?
yeah, I want to know. I've been following you now for just a little bit on Instagram, and I'm obsessed with the mindfulness and journaling. I want to know what your favorite journal prompt is. Like, what's your favorite question to get people like kind of
You know what I
juices
love?
flowing?
I love this exercise, and I do it with all my people. You start with I am.
Okay.
I am a homemaker. I am a coach. I'm a dancer. I'm a writer. Yeah, I'm a nurse. Just a pretty, like, when you meet someone at a party, oh, what do you do? I'm a
Mm-hmm.
yes, which is a fine definition, but really, I am. And it's going deeper and it's going magical. And it's because as a writer and as a journaler, I'm like always saying thoughts become words, become things,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And so
Totally.
I want to project who I am. I am a divine priestess. I am
Mm.
a wordsmith of magic. I am a life changer. I am a lover. I mean, sometimes you can get super poetic and whatever, but it's really like tapping into who you are. And then I say, now do that every morning.
Mm.
Today I am, you know, uh, a saver of souls. I don't know, just like whatever it is.
Yeah.
But it's such a great practice because it helps you stand up for who and what you really are and what you believe in and your values.
Oh, I love that. I
Isn't that
love it. And I
good?
bet it, yes, I bet it helps people remember, remember parts of themselves that we tend to have forgotten over the years. So that's a beautiful prompt. I love it. Thank you for sharing it with me.
Yes, it's so good. I do it. Do it.
Yeah, I will. I will definitely.
Yeah, right on, right on. Okay, my friends. Oh, Kathy, thank you so much for spending time with me. That
Thank
was
you for
beautiful.
having
I
me.
love your work. I love your ideas. And I will give you guys all Kathy's contact information and all that stuff so you can connect with her.
Yeah. So
Um,
you know what's oh, can I interrupt you? So
yeah.
I have on my website I have a quiz.
Oh,
So
good.
if you go to Kathy's Kathys quiz.com, you can take the quiz to find out where maybe you want to pay attention, whether it's mood, mindfulness, or mindset. It's a short 5 question quiz. Lots of fun.
Kathy'sQuiz.com.
Kathysquiz.com.
Perfect. I'll
Yeah.
link it here, but you guys got that.
Thank
So
you.
go do that. That's super fun. And
Yeah.
for all of you out there, thank you again for spending time with both of us today and coming back to this podcast, which has now been 5 years.
Wow.
5 years. And I just love connecting with people like Kathy, bringing them to you because I love networking. I am the tribal hostess. I love to see people meet and get together and support each other and get what they need and what they want and do their work and live their passions and bam.
All of it.
I just get so crazy passionate about it. So
Oh, I love it.
again, Kathy, thank you for being here and thank you all for being here. And until we meet again, many blessings. Love you
Thank
all.
you.